Okay, we are starting new chapter, that is inflammation and repair. We have already completed cell injury, adaptation, and death, and now we're starting inflammation and repair. So, first of all, we'll start with the definition of inflammation. What is an inflammation? I've talked about inflammation in cell injury as well. Cell injury, if the cell is injured badly, and if the cell is irreversibly injured, then it may undergo two types of cell death, and one is necrosis, second one is apoptosis. And if the cell is undergoing necrosis, then it will elicit inflammation. The term inflammation I used in that part. So now we'll see how does necrosis lead to inflammation and what exactly is inflammation. See, inflammation means nothing but response of vascular connective tissue, that is blood. Response of vascular connective tissue, that is blood, towards injury regardless of the cause of injury. Regardless of the cause of injury, whatever be the cause of injury, the blood will respond to that injury. It is a complex response, and it consists of response of blood vessels will respond, and leukocytes will also respond. And the main objective of inflammation is, now what is inflammation? Now I have wrote the definition, now I'll explain it. जस्तै एउटा टिस्यु चाहिँ इन्जुर भयो भने, इरिभर्सिबली इन्जुर भयो भने this cell will be irreversibly injured and it will leak out the content outside. Then what happens? The other surrounding tissue will also be injured. Then there are many offending agents. Now they need to be managed, they need to be taken care. So we need to recruit leukocytes. Now where are the leukocytes? They are not always present in the tissue, they are in blood vessels, they are in blood. So now blood need to bring leukocytes in that tissue, in that injured tissue. This process is collectively known as inflammation. First of all, there is vascular events, then there is cellular events. First of all, the blood need to recruit leukocytes, and at the last, that leukocytes need to manage those offending agents. This is the inflammation. So first of all, I will write the purpose of inflammation. What is the purpose of inflammation? The main aim of the inflammation. First one is to defend the cause of injury. Second one is to bring more blood. To that area, so as to bring immunoglobulins to kill the microbe. If the microbes are involved, at last to pave the way of tissue repair. So if there is inflammation, then obviously there need to be repair. Okay, inflammation is like a war zone. It's like I prefer to call it a war zone. This is a रणभूमि, यो रणभूमि हो, एउटा वार जोन हो. where there is fight between offending agent offending agent and WBCs. So this is the inflammation. This is the core concept of inflammation. So now we'll talk about the cardinal features of inflammation. What happens in the inflammation? Cardinal features. Then we'll talk about the process of inflammation. How does inflammation occurs? These all things we'll talk. Cardinal features of inflammation includes rubor, which is redness. Second one is calor, which is hotness, warmth. Third one is tumor, which is swelling. Fourth one is dolor, which is pain. Fifth one is functiolalia, which is also called loss of function, which was recently added. This one was added by Rudolf Virchow, which is also known as father of pathology. Okay, Rudolf Virchow is also known as father of pathology. So why is there redness? It is due to increased blood flow. Calor is also due to increased blood flow. Why is there edema? So why is there swelling? Swelling is due to edema. Okay, we'll talk about edema in some other chapters, but for now you need to trust me that edema will cause. There is edema in inflammation. You need to trust me. There is edema in the inflammation. That means, what is edema? Edema is the leakage of protein. It is the leakage of water from vessels to tissue. That means from vessels there is a leakage of water into the tissue, and there is swelling. And why is there pain? Pain is mostly due to prostaglandins and other chemical mediators. And loss of function. If there is destruction in the tissue, then obviously there is loss of function. So these are the cardinal signs of the inflammation. Now we'll talk about the causes for the inflammation. We're talking about acute inflammation. See, it might be infection. Infection and inflammation are different things. Infection may lead to inflammation. Infection may be due to microbes. For example, bacteria, viral, fungus, maybe anything, viruses. So these are the first is infection. Second one is ischemia. Ischemia can cause inflammation. How? Very, very simple. Ischemia can cause cell injury. You agree with me? We have already talked about cell injury. If it is irreversible cell injury, it may cause necrosis, obviously. Then it may cause inflammation. Another cause of inflammation is physical agents. Like same things. We have talked about causes of injury, cell injury. All causes of cell injury can cause inflammation. We have talked about causes of injury. So all the causes of cell injury can cause inflammation. These things I mentioned, so that will work now. So everything, whatever are the causes of cell injury, that will cause necrosis. Okay, see, I'll write it here. I'll remove this is also cause of cell injury. Now second, we'll write all causes of cell injury lead to necrosis. This will lead to inflammation. What if it caused apoptosis? See, in apoptosis, there is no inflammation. Okay, so these things we need to be clear. See, if you are clear in the basics, then see, we have already talked about cell injury, so it made easy in inflammation. So we have talked about what is inflammation, we have talked about cardinal features of inflammation and what are the reasons for each of them, and we have also talked about the causes of inflammation. In next video we'll talk about the sequence of events in acute inflammation.